Welcome to Karsilama Tribal Belly Dance and your introductory zilling video. If you don't have zills, that's perfectly fine. You can still follow along and practice with using your fingers. And if you'd like to order zills, there are plenty of places online that you can find them. You don't need an expensive pair of zills to start out. Here are my practice zills. They're just a cheap pair and they get me through practice, and that's all I need. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So first thing first, where do we put the zills? One of them goes on your thumb, and the other one goes on your middle finger, okay? You want to make sure that the elastic on the zills is above the fingernail, but below the first knuckle. It'll be a little bit different for everyone. Everybody's a little different, so the exact location will vary. The most important thing is that you want it to be below the first knuckle and at the top of your fingernail. As you are playing the zills, you might need to adjust them to figure out the best fit location for you. And this might take more than, the short video on how to zill. All right, so let's get those zills on both hands. You want to make sure that the elastic is tight enough that they're not going to fall off. You don't want to have them fling off in the middle of a performance, but also not so tight that you are turning your fingers purple. That would not be a good thing. When playing the zills, there are several different sounds that we can make, but for this video, we're going to focus on the most common sound, or the most common tone, which is a ring, which sounds like that. We accomplish the ring by taking the thumb, pushing it down towards the palm of the hand. As we bring the thumb up and the finger down, the zills strike against each other and slide up and away. So the thumb starts low, comes up towards the finger, strikes the other zill, and slides up and away. It's very similar to snapping your fingers. So give that a couple of tries. All right, go ahead and give the other hand a try and see if you can make the same sound. You should be able to. All right, so let's talk about the beats when we play zills. For the most common part, we play what's called a triple pattern. It's 3 notes. So we have 3 notes that we play, and the sounds, or the names of the notes, are tek, ka, tek. And we play 3 notes in a 4-beat measure, which means the last count, count number 4, has no zill playing on it. It's just a pause. It's silent. So we would play 1, 2, 3, pause. 1, 2, 3, pause. The notes themselves, the tek and the ka, have hand designations. The tek is the right hand. The ka is the left hand, which means that we are actually playing the right hand twice as many times as we are playing the left hand. So we will play right, left, right, pause. Then we will start over. Right, left, right, pause. Right, left, right, pause. So let's give that a try, nice and slow. All right, so this is my right hand. This is my left hand. The video should be oriented so that I'm a mirror image to you. So let's give that a try. Ready? We will go right, left, right, pause. Right, left, right, pause. Right, left, right, pause. Right, left, right, pause. All right, how you doing so far? Let's speed it up just a little bit. We'll start out at the same tempo we were just doing, and we will speed that tempo up. And I'm going to get pretty fast, but don't worry if you can't keep up. That's okay. The point of the video, you can go back and watch it as many times as you want, and you can practice speeding up with me. All right, you ready? Here we go. Right, left, right, pause. 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 Right, left, right. Here we go. We're speeding up. Right, left, right, 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 right, left, right. Were you able to keep up? It's okay if you didn't. You can go back and practice as many times as you'd like. Now let's talk about where the beat in the music, so in other words, where do our feet come into play when we are playing our zills? Well, if you look down here, the beat, or our step, comes in on the second right hand note. So it comes in on the second tech. That would be tech, ka, tech. That one right there. That is where the beat happens. So every time we step with our right or left foot, it is that second tech that we are going to match our feet with. So, step, 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 step. That step can be either the right or the left foot, depending on if you are doing a half tempo, meaning that every time you hit the second tech, it would only be a right foot, or if you're doing full tempo, which means it would go back and forth, right, left, something like this. Right, left, right, left, right, left. I encourage you to do practicing while standing up and simply marching your feet right, left, hitting that second tech on the right hand. I'll play a little bit and say right, left, and you can march along. Even if you're not ready to play your zills, you can do this while I am playing for you. So here we go. And I'll speed up a little bit as we do. Right, left, 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 right, left. All right. It's great. You can go back as many times as you want and get all the practice that you need. Now, as far as practicing your zills, here are a few tips that you want to keep in mind. Make sure that you keep your wrists loose. You don't want to practice all tight. That's going to make you very tired very quickly. You also want to keep your elbows away from your body. Practicing with your arms tight against your body actually changes the way that you are using your muscles, and it changes your posture. So we want to make sure, whether you are sitting in a chair, maybe you are cross-legged on the floor, or if you're standing, it doesn't matter. We want to make sure that our elbows and our hands are away from the body. Most of the time when we are dancing and playing zills, our arms are quite lifted. This is a typical position that we spend a lot of time zilling in. So if you get used to playing your zills down here, tucked in against your body, this is going to come as a sudden shock to your muscles. So I'm not saying that you need to stay here all lifted. I'm just saying that you need to keep your arms, elbows, hands somewhat away from your body so that your muscles get used to having your arms in an outer position and not tucked in against your body. All right, I hope you enjoyed this Zilling video, and I hope to see you in class. Bye-bye.